We're recording.
Yes. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Hey, just so everybody knows, sun's out, the guns are out. Okay, people. It is a million degrees in New York City today, and I went to the game, unfortunately, and I went dressed like this, and so did a lot of people in the stadium, because when it's in the upper 90s and humid, nobody likes to wear clothes, rightfully so. I went to the game, and let me say this, Mike. I think the Yankees and their fans, I think we're all actually dead. I think a nuke hit New York, and we're all just dreaming right now. This is a false reality. We're living in another timeline. Like, that's how dead it felt at the stadium today.
Quickly, before we get to that, I just want the audience to know: did you wear suntan lotion?
Of course.
Okay, gotta protect yourself.
Look how white I am. Of course, if I don't wear sunscreen, I will actually spontaneously combust.
Ever since I got sunburned 2 years ago at the beach for not wearing sunscreen because I thought Italians had the special gift of blocking the sun, which is not true at all.
How old are you, Mike?
I'm going to be 43. And
it took you until you were 42 to figure out that you needed sunscreen.
Yes, a certain amount of sunscreen, yeah. So I just now I make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah. However,
I do tan well. I do get a nice color.
I do too, but it takes me a long time.
No,
anyway. I sat in the shade anyway. I sat. Life hack for those of you who've never been to a Yanks game: if you do sit in the upper deck, there's a huge metal up in the nosebleeds. There's a huge metal sort of shaded thing up above the freeze, so you're good. You're not going to get hit by the sun. You have to have that, or you're going to be.
I caught a fly in my hand. Did you see that? Sorry, I was like Mr. Miyagi. I caught that thing and it flew out. It scared the hell out.
I'm proud of you.
Okay,
but yeah, man, it's just the team feels dead. The stadium felt dead. It was just boring. Everyone there, you could tell, even the Braves fans, because there were actually a good amount of Braves fans there.
Yeah.
Even they weren't even having the best time because it was just so damn hot. No one was excited about the game. It was a low-scoring game. It was super boring.
Crap.
It was just garbage, and this team is playing like garbage, and that's really I don't know. I don't have much to expand upon other than Ben Rice actually had a couple hits. He's one of the only exciting things about this team right now is the rookie first baseman. Everything else about this team just feels dead, and it feels like they're going through the motions. Yeah, 3 straight series losses. I don't really want to talk about it that much.
No, the only thing I'll say is this started with the Dodger series, and it was like a smack in the face to see that the Yankees are like, well, now that you're playing good teams, let's see what you're made of. And they're not doing what they're supposed to. It reminds me, not entirely, this is different, so don't freak out there. But I remember when the Yankees, 2 seasons ago, having the greatest start to the season, the greatest thing ever.
Historic.
Then they got no hit for 17 straight innings by the Astros, and they had a complete collapse after that. They were a different team. It's like they got their chin checked. So it feels like the Yankees just got their chin checked, and they're not. They're like somebody was on the radio last to say, "I'm not worried. The Yankees are the best team in baseball." No, they're not. They have the best record in baseball, but the way they're playing right now, I'm just saying up till right now. Maybe that'll change tomorrow.
Yeah,
great again, but.
I think I want to expand upon what you just said a minute ago. Now that they're playing good teams, let's see what they're made of.
Yeah.
I don't think Boston's that good of a team, but the Orioles are, and the Dodgers are, the Braves are, and so they are playing against teams that are actually pretty good right now, and they're losing series, which is a really bad sign because now you have to go, okay, at the beginning of the year, was that just because they played a bunch of crap teams and that inflated their record and they're not actually this good? Or is it just because there's some injuries happening? The bullpen's been kind of leaky lately, and it's the kind of thing that might go away as soon as they can, land on hopefully the Mets. Hopefully they smack the shit out of the Mets the next couple days. But anyway,
we'll see.
We'll see. We'll figure that out next week.
Aaron Judge is on pace to hit 900 home runs this season. Somehow.
Good. That's the only exciting thing.
After losing a month of not doing anything,
even his at bats they were boring, dude. I'm telling you, it was a rough go today. And actually, no, you go first because mine's not important.
The last thing I was going to say is I remember in '94, the strike year, when everybody's numbers are so inflated by the All-Star break. Matt Williams, Griffey, and I think Bonds had 30 home runs, or Juan Gonzalez had 100 RBIs. And it's not even the end of June, and Judge has 28 home runs already. What planet is this? He could break Bonds' record if he keeps.
He could break his own record first, and then it would be great to see him hit Bonds' record or beat it, just because then there'd be no dispute.
There'd be no
question. It would just, that would be that.
Well, there would still be some question. There's somebody out there like Skip Bayless, so that would happen. Did he do it? That's my Skip Bayless.
That's good.
It sounded just like him.
Yeah, exactly. I thought I was on a different show all of a sudden. That's exactly how it went there. Let's screw it. I don't even want to say the thing I was going to say because it was dumb. So let's get to the unfortunate news this week. Baseball legend Willie Mays passed away.
Yep.
At the age of, what was he, 86 or something? He was really old. So he had lived a long, fruitful, successful life. Never had a Me Too scandal. Never killed his wife. Never did anything that other recent dead athletes have done.
No gambling on baseball. No. Like the living athletes do.
No scandals. He just showed up and kicked ass, and that's all there is to it. So we got a few things here that we'll plan later in the show that we're going to do related to him. But the thing is, he was kind of before my time, and so whenever I hear the name, he's just one of those guys that you have to just kind of nod and respect, because we never got to obviously watch him play anybody who's around our age. But he's just one of those names where you're like, oh yeah, oh no, he's one of the guys. Yeah, he's one of the mythical creatures in the history of the game.
Our parents' generation. My dad grew up idolizing Mickey Mantle. And at that time, he was born in '56, so he didn't really get to see Mays play in New York. But before that, Mays was a New York legend. I hope they make May 24th Willie Mays Day in New York, or even on his birthday, which is like May 6th. But
you can get away with doing that league wide, almost like the way they do with like Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah,
he was beyond an icon. He was one of those sort of like Mount Rushmore kind of guys when it comes to the history of the sport.
Yeah, and not taking anything away from the San Francisco Giants, because he's equally theirs. But in New York, he was special here to so many people, and I mean, the guy was. If you're going to argue who the greatest baseball player of all time was, he's in that conversation. Whether he is or not, you're splitting him between Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron and Ty Cobb and Josh Gibson and whoever.
Yeah, 10 years from now, I think Ohtani is going to be in that conversation too.
If he keeps going at this rate, and he doesn't go to jail. He's going to get off from this whole thing clean, it looks like. But Willie Mays, arguably the greatest ever. And just... like, what more can you say? What I will say is I have a Willie Mays T-shirt. And it's like a Willie Mays baseball card. I should probably try to go get it. But I was wearing it earlier that day, just because I wear it like every wash cycle.
Wait, you were wearing it the day he passed away?
I was wearing it the day he passed away. And later in the day, I'm driving home. I was doing an open mic in Manhattan. I was driving home. And I see this text from a coworker. I'm like, why is he texting me like after hours? Like, what's going on? And then I hear Willie Mays passes away. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was wearing his shirt today. Like, I took it off before I went to the open mic. I put on like when you do the show, I want to put like a plain shirt on, whatever. I was wearing it that day. And it was like, I wear it often, so it's not as much. But I will tell you, I was doing Hope Show. That's where I was in Queens.
Oh, Hope G, hell yeah.
Yeah, Hope G show. And you know what's weird? I didn't tell you this. When I was at the bar, the song Center Field came on by John Fogerty. So, like, what happened that day? Like, what did I do?
You had the shirt on before the news broke, which means that you were actually memorializing him before everybody else. You were so ahead of the curve. You were honoring him before he even died. There you go, Mike. That's how you can look at that.
Time, so, of course, that day. But the John Fogerty song is even scarier, too. The fact that was playing that day.
The universe is trying to tell you something, Mike. I don't know what it is, but
it came on later, and that maybe the bar heard and they put it on because it was later in the day. I don't know, but yeah, that was sad news, and that was a little freaky. But yeah, Willie Mays, one of the greatest. So
we got a couple of Willie Mays ads, don't we? We're gonna do some Willie Mays ad reactions here.
We got some Willie Mays ads. You know what? I should have pulled the clip when he was on Bewitched. He was a witch on Bewitched. The old sitcom.
We could do more next week. It's kind of like the OJ thing. Now that he's dead, he's not getting any deader. We could just do more. We could do as much of this as we have to.
He lives on forever.
Exactly.
So we got the All-Star jerseys came out.
Oh, we're gonna do that first.
Let's do that, and then we'll get into all the fun videos. Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right. Cool.
Not even 10 minutes in yet. Let's take a look at these, and then I got to follow up about the Dodgers uniforms. But these are at least the caps. This was by sportslogo.net, they always show this stuff. These are the All-Star Game caps. And
these are trash.
Yeah, they're not good.
I'm just gonna come out and say it right up front. These are terrible.
Especially the American League one. The National League, I like the blue and the color scheme, but it's got like I don't know what's going on here, like a late 70s, early 80s, but bad. I don't know. I don't want to hate them, but I do.
I do. I hate every single. The only one that almost makes sense is the Marlins one, because those are kind of their colors to begin with, like that black with the orange and the teal. But every single other one in the entire league looks stupid, and all the American League ones looks. I mean, even the teams that have similar colors, like you could kind of say maybe the Orioles would look okay, or the Astros would look okay, but none of them I would say are good. These range from terrible to like meh. Like they're mostly just bad though. But
here's the weird part. There's another set of hats today. As I was looking this up, I found out that they're wearing workout day caps.
These are all better. These are amazing.
Why aren't these the All-Star caps? What? They should be wearing their jerseys because
I swear to you, I did not see this till you just showed this to me now. I like almost every single one of these. Just at
this
first
is better.
These are awesome. Every single team has their primary two colors in a big old stripe with their look. Like, this is so cool.
Way better. So, like, but
I
know they're doing the jersey thing, the sell merch, and it's Manfred Ball and all that. But to me, and I think all sports should do this. When you see the player in the uniforms, that's part of who they are. Like, can you imagine Willie Mays in some cockamamie uniform? Like you want to see him in the Giants uniform. That's how you know who. Like, if you saw Mike Trout walking down the street in his regular clothes, you wouldn't know who he is. But you see him in the Angels, like, it's part of who he is. You want to see the players in their uniforms. That's just my argument. I don't know. So at least these would be better because they're closer.
Well,
to
so your argument is sort of like stick to tradition because it's baseball. I agree with that for the most part. And these workout day caps, these do stick tradition. The little tongue twister. They stick to tradition.
Yeah,
these are so good. Yeah. There's not a single one that doesn't work to me. Because it's like I said, it's the two primary colors. You got the regular logo. Wow, I really like these actually.
Yeah. They have like an 80s Trapper Keeper pencil case kind of look with the stuff.
They do have the retro stripes type of style too, but they did the colors right for just about every. And then you go back to these are trash. These are so bad.
Bad.
They're so bad. And then you go to it's night and day because every single one of these is amazing. I'm trying to pick one of these that doesn't work for me, and they pretty much all work for me.
They all work.
I guess honestly, the one that I think is probably the least faithful is probably the Yankees one. Because it's got that like weird gray stripe. I guess that's supposed to be the road uniform or whatever. But yeah, all the other teams, these all look amazing. Like the Royals and the A's. These all look cool as hell. Why aren't these the primary caps? Why aren't these the Sunday caps for some of the teams? Sometimes these are very cool.
I don't know. Well, the one thing I just noticed now is the Cubs logo is very tiny for some reason. Why is it? Should it be bigger, or is it really that small? No, it's not that small in the regular caps, is it?
Well, the regular cap just has the C on it. It doesn't say Cubs.
Sure. Yeah, that's the other thing too.
I think they have an alt cap too. I don't follow the NL all that much, but yeah, these are all great. There's no point in ranking them or rating them. I think they all honor the colors, man. These are cool. They all pop. These are sick.
You know what's weird? The Giants and the Orioles have the same colors, yet to me it feels like they don't. Like for some reason, I feel like the Giants have more of a brown orange. I don't know why the orange feels more
the Giants have what used to be the Giants colors. Or I mean, not the New York Giants colors. No, the Giants have that bright orange pop to it. They are pretty much the same color.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something interesting I always think about. We got I'll show you the Dodgers. So I commented on the same guy, Chris Creamer. He was breaking down the Dodgers uniform and
the ones we made fun of last week. Okay.
Yeah. Now I don't like the Los Angeles thing, and he said the Los Angeles jersey word mark inspired by the signage at the old LA Memorial Coliseum. Now the picture he shows, it looks like a different font, and I would have been more okay with that because that looks like an old baseball jersey. So you could see my comment. I said the font doesn't match the stadium sign. If they went with the old font, I would have liked it. He said agreed, but it does match some of the auxiliary signs within the stadium. And he posted a pic. And I said, okay, good to know. Appreciate your post. I wasn't being a dick to him, but
because when I want to honor a baseball team, I want to know what the font, the auxiliary signs used.
Stadium signage. And the confetti matches Gallery of the Stars because it's the nod to the stadium seats. It's not even the same colors as the stadium seats. There's no.
See, I just thought they were going for glitter and confetti because it's like, Tinsel Town. It's LA. I thought that's what they were going for. That would have made more sense. This explanation actually makes it dumber.
I do like the Vince Scully thing, the little hashtag. You can throw that on the jersey. Every team has their own hashtag now. But the Dodger, the hat is great. It doesn't match the rest of the jersey. But we went into that last week. So.
Yeah, the hat's great. The jersey is kind of odd. Well,
what crap.
I'm not a Dodgers fan. I don't really. Maybe people in LA love him. I don't know. I haven't really talked to anybody about it.
Yeah,
I've never. I don't know. If people like him, they like him. I don't really see these outdoing the normal classic Dodgers uniforms they have. But whatever.
I look, and I'm just giving my opinion. What I think. If the fans of those teams like them, fine. That's all that matters. But as a general observation and a baseball fan, most of them are stupid. So. Did you see the matchup? They had this guy. He actually posted a matchup graphic picture of the Pirates in their City Connects, the yellow and black versus Tampa Bay, and it looks like two teams from two different leagues. It's like there's just nothing.
Two different sports entirely.
Yeah. It's like a cricket team versus a Mexican baseball league.
Do you have the picture? Because I don't.
It's on his website. I'll throw it in post.
Okay.
I don't think I have time to upload it and all that, but sportslogo.net. I'll promote them. We have no affiliation with the guy.
Yeah, then they're not paying us. We're not paying them, but they post
great website though. Go to
very useful stuff for shows like ours.
Great website. Sure. Yeah. So, but anyway, that's Jersey talk. So we got a couple fights, and then we got the commercials. So why don't we get to the fights? Because I think we should end on Willie Mays.
Let's do some brawls, baby. Let's go.
Here's a nice one with our old pal. He's not on the Yankees here. He's on his old team, the A's. Nick Swisher getting into some fisticuffs. So let's
Here we go.
He gets plunked, and Padilla knocked him off camera.
Vicente Padilla,
he went into him with his shoulder. They're going to show the replay so you get a better look. This is a nice.
So this is like what year is this? Like early 2000s. It's got to be.
Look at drops the shoulder. He takes off his helmet. Padilla takes off his cap.
No, he doesn't even get him down. Oh, Nicky.
And somebody just dove in like a free for all.
Yeah, Vicente Padilla was known for being kind of a douche.
Yeah, look at
because didn't Mark Teixeira have a big problem with him when he's in the Yankees or in he was in the Red Sox or something? Yeah, there was some history there. Because Padilla was. Swisher, you got it. Oh, buddy, what a fail at that tackle. I mean, to be fair, I probably couldn't. I couldn't tackle Vicente Padilla either, but
he's wearing Canseco's old number. Never noticed that. But look, I just love how Padilla takes off his cap. Like that's gonna make we're not fighting with our hats on. Take off the hat and helmet. What is that gonna do?
He's like isn't that like an old school gentleman thing? Like you come indoors and you take your hat off before you exactly.
Like 1890s
putting the dukes up like it's 1943. That's that looked. I don't know the history of this individual game or if there was beef between these guys, but the fact is that was a shot to the ribs, and Swisher didn't even hesitate. That means that this probably was the culmination of some other crap that started earlier in the game. If I had to guess,
is that Sammy Sosa right there? Did he go back to Texas for his last season? Because that's the team.
It does look like him.
Yeah. I mean, this is grainy footage, but it looks like him. I guess he did go back.
Like Sammy Sosa. Let me pull up his.
He's probably on the bench because it was his last year or something like that. He went back.
He was just DHing because back then you had to be in the AL to DH.
Yeah.
2000. Okay, this had to be 2007 if that's Sammy Sosa.
Yeah,
because that was his only. He went back to the Rangers
because that was his rookie team. Yeah, so they drafted him. Now we got a special fight. This is from 1967.
Hell yes, vintage, baby. Let's go.
Yankees, Red Sox. Let's take a look at this one. I have no idea who is who. I just threw it up. Let's just take a look. Boom.
Whoa.
Joe Foy.
Joe Foy. Okay. So that guy gets plunked. The Yankees get a little, looks like a little revenge here.
Throw is going into second. It is 5-0.
Well, leave the announcer on, whatever. Okay, so this is
what
where
stadium is this even in?
Yankee Stadium, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who 54 is.
And he and Longborg are exchanging words now.
Longboard? Here's your jacket. That will heal the wound.
Oh wow, look at those uniforms. Okay, yeah. So Boston's on the mound. Okay, so this is home game.
Look at they all come marching out. Look at that.
And they all come marching out slowly, like they're a gang.
Yeah.
this is good. Look at those uniforms. Look at them with the tie.
Chest protector and the tie.
I love this.
That's when there was some decency.
Every player in both teams has stirrups on too. Notice that.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, and he shoved the ump.
He's shoving the ump.
He wants a piece.
And about 90 of these uniforms on the Yankees have been retired. This is.
And they're trying to restore order.
I'm trying to listen if it's. I thought it was Phil Rizzuto at first. It's not doing the game.
And now it's spreading over a little bit.
I love the fights of multiple fights. This is good.
Not much has changed in baseball fights. It's never the people who started it. It spreads out. The umps get shoved around. The cops are on the field now. Security, you know.
And Foy started saying something, and you can see some of the Yankees coming out, and from that point on, it started.
This is fun.
Then it's back to baseball, and Longborg hasn't lost the touch. He fans.
Yeah, whatever. That was it. Classic vintage. I'd like to get that.
Where did you find this? Where did you come across that?
YouTube. I typed in brawls from the 1960s, and that came up. And I wanted to see if there's any way to like fix the color on that fight or something. Somebody has a tool, an AI tool that'll fix that, so we can figure out what the hell that was. 1967. At least that helmet's back.
We should have done our homework, and actually, because I didn't even know we were doing that fight till just now. Like that was cool. It was fun. It was entertaining. I just don't. I wish I knew more about the build up to it and who is even on the field. But yeah, one thing you said was right. Nothing's changed in 60, 70 years. It's still just dudes getting beaned and dudes charging the mound and dudes clearing the benches. That's how it is, man.
Yeah. So
I love it.
And those are the fights. I found some others. We'll save those. There's plenty of baseball season left. We're almost at a halfway point already, which is crazy. But
that is pretty
plenty
crazy.
Of baseball. Yeah. So Willie Mays.
All right, so we are going to memorialize him the same, unfortunately, way we did OJ. We found some old ads with Willie Mays in them, and hey, let's do it. Let's do some old school, athlete endorsed products here.
Catch recreated.
Is it a Coke commercial?
Gee, this Coke is real good, man.
Willie, did you ever think you'd make that catch?
Well, tell the truth, when the guy hit the ball, I didn't think I had a chance to catch that ball. But I just kept running and running, and all of a sudden I looked over my right shoulder, and I looked over my left shoulder, and that was the ball. But to tell the truth, the most important thing to me was the throw.
This is the time for real refreshment. The big taste of ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coke, more than an ordinary soft drink.
Things go better with Coca-Cola. Things go better with Coke.
Some things do go better with Coke, but that's a different conversation entirely.
I like how we're supposed to believe there was a camera crew waiting for him in the dugout just to talk.
just to talk about the catch he made and to hand him a Coke. It was, I mean, obviously it was staged, but there is a certain sweetness to a commercial like that, isn't there? To where he's just sitting there and drinking a Coke and talking a little baseball. That was fun. I like that.
It was like a real convo, and then Willie obviously is not an actor, and they cut him off. We can finish what he's saying, and you're like, all right, let's just end this.
Yeah, like, all right, he's
Willie Mays is not an actor. All right, let's take a look at another.
Hi, I'm Willie Mays.
No.
I played on some great teams and with some great players. And to be a winner, it takes teamwork. That's why I'm going to bat for the Empire 14 in Mount Vernon, Westchester's #1 Ford dealer, because they come to bat for you with great buys on new Ford cars, trucks, quality used cars, and great service, too. Take it from me. Get a home run deal from Mr. B and his great Empire 14, where the customer is number.
Wait a minute.
All right. Well, shout out to what was that website, themotiondevotion.com. Shout out to them, I guess, for having this video ready. I guess that cut out. I don't know if that was the video itself or there's a bad connection. I don't know, but it looked like, I assume that's the owner or the manager or something with the car dealership.
Yeah, it took an interesting turn here where he bends over the car and the guy comes up behind.
Oh yeah, that's where's Brian when you need him?
That's I also like the mechanic, how happy he is to be working and not getting Willie Mays' autograph right now. This is the best job for minimum wage.
Oh man, this is I would have to imagine that because this is a car dealership, they probably spent a good amount of their advertising budget on just getting Willie Mays to stand there in the garage with him and pretend to give a shit about him selling cars. That's respect. I love it. All right, I think we have one more.
We got one more.
I've always considered eating mashed potatoes with my blue bonnet.
Klinger.
To be in very good taste.
I'd never eat French toast without my blue bonnet.
Oh,
At least I don't think so.
I know her. Mary Tyler Moore Show.
No, I'm positive.
Whatever foods you love, everything's better with creamy, delicious Blue Bonnet.
Everything's better with Blue Bonnet on it.
Great.
It's great.
My only gripe with this, my only gripe here is they went from talking about French toast to eating corn on the cob. Those are two separate meals. One's breakfast, one's dinner. Okay, get it right.
You got Klinger, and then you got, I forget her name, she was from Mary Tyler Moore Show, and she was on Everyone Loves Raymond. And then these guys, Mickey Mantle, Mays.
Willie Mays.
If they only paid the players what they deserved back then, they wouldn't have to.
That's the thing. That's a good point, because when you see a commercial now with an athlete in it, they usually make them look cool. It was all just degrading back then, and I think that between this and watching the OJ ads that we watched, they really did have to hawk some really weird stuff back then. They had to sell, like, this guy's selling margarine, and OJ was selling fried chicken, and it's
razor blades.
It's very odd that the things that the athletes, because nowadays they just have their endorsement from like Nike or whatever, and they get like a Nike commercial, right? But no, I haven't seen any baseball players from our generation selling margarine on television.
It's interesting because we don't even know the whole history. The story of Kurt Flood and how he kind of started the whole free agency thing, and baseball players like I think it was Andy Messersmith and other guy. That was like the start of the whole free agency thing. But this is what, the late 70s, early 80s, like.
Maybe
I guess players had agents. What was like, were there endorsements yet? What were agent deals like? It's not like there was no Scott Boras back then. So what was the agent deals like? And
imagine getting that phone call from your agent. Like, hey, Willie, you're not going to believe this. Blue Bonnet. Margin Company.
I love Blue Bonnet.
I got you a spot. Selling margin, Willie. It's I don't know, man. It's
I can just see Mickey Mantle. You got me eating corn on the cob. His accent. Oh, man. With a bonnet on. What are you doing?
It's fun. That's why it's fun as hell to watch these old ads, man. Because you get a real perspective on just how the world was different and how athletes were treated back then. It's odd. The whole thing's odd to me, but hey, it is what it is, man.
That's a shit ton of beer too for dinner, huh? That's like
those are some, those are like 16-ounce big mugs there.
Big steaks. I mean, it's like Thanksgiving. Holy cow!
And they're actually wearing the blue bonnet, which is
now it'd be like CGI. Like,
you imagine telling an athlete from the present day, "Here, put this bonnet on for this ad." They would almost every single one of them would punch you in the face. Like that. That is that's degradation we haven't seen in decades, people.
We've gone from blue bonnet to chick stick the long ball. It's a big contrast. So that was good. A nice little show for a Sunday.
This was fun. I needed this. I needed to watch a bunch of videos, just kind of react and hang with you because I'm not going to lie. I don't have the energy to do a full rant and analysis and all this today. This was fun. I like this. This is a good one.
I ate a heavy dinner and you were sitting in 90-degree heat during a losing Yankee game today. Like, there's just no energy.
No. You're in a food coma. I'm just worn out from the sun. I hear you, man. All right. Hey, next week, baby. See you later.
Mets Yankees. We'll talk about it.
All right.